so beautiful. Look at this.
Are we moving?
So weird. The effect's not quite the same on film. So we're on our way in a snowstorm to go try to find someone that's lost in the woods. You'll say a prayer. Matthew 13:16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. We'll pray. Father, we thank you that you give us eyes to see and ears to hear. We pray that you would do so for everyone, every one of us, everyone that's used this channel. We thank you, Lord, for just the things that you reveal to us so that you can keep us safer. In Jesus' name, amen. I am Lead Trekker E, and this is Jerry Williams. We have 4 Facebook group pages: the Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, Antlers and Surrounding Areas; the Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman, WOMBMAN and Son Center and Database; the Predator Bigfoot and the Spiritual Warriors Path page, and also the Lead Trekker E page. Those are all on Facebook. And then we have an accompanying channel which is slightly different than this one. They're meant to go together, and it's the Lead Trekker E channel. So we invite you to subscribe to that as well. We have the book, our book, The Predator Bigfoot and the Spiritual Warriors Path. That's available on Amazon, or you can also get it directly from us for an extra $5 that'll cover postage. We'll mail it to you.
Autograph copy.
And autograph and mail to you.
And it's a very important book, and you can't stress how much it can save not only your life but your family's lives. Certain things that a lot of people don't know, but it's in the book. And if you've got the book, you understand what we're talking about. But if you haven't gotten this book, it will help you protect your family.
Do we have the reference today? There was a really good comment. We don't have that on here, do we?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, the one you posted earlier. It was about the book. Anyway, if you go to Amazon and read the reviews, you will want to get this book. Very good feedback on it.
I got it, though.
It's a very good feeling to be told that the information in that book is saving people's lives. That here you found it. I can just read it real quick.
Okay.
We got a message today. It says, "I have the book and look at the woods with new eyes now," and he's going to be so much safer for that. Every day we're getting new comments, and we really appreciate you taking the time to show us that. We know that you're going to be safer out there now that you know the patterns.
Bigfoot documentary. Where's that? There we go. Bigfoot documentary is $55 now. My voice is still a little... It may be another week till I can get back to talking, but the documentary, you can order that here. We had just ordered actually some new DVDs for that. We was out. And we do have a gentleman's DVD is ready to be shipped out, or you're close enough, we may be able to meet with you to hand deliver it to you. But that is $55. You can use CASHAPP or PayPal. It's in the link below. Also, the new webpage is up and running. You can use PredatorBigfoot.com to get to that webpage with the links, updates, store. And that's also where you can order the autographed copies. And it's the same price as Amazon. It's just $5 more for shipping and handling. And you will receive a autographed copy, but you can also get a DVD from that same web page. So that's $55 for the DVD, and it's $25 plus $5 shipping and handling. Or next month, I think we're going to have another sale. People like the sale whenever we had that, because you got two for the price of one, which is a great deal. Let's see. We have
Tracking Miracles and Encounters. That's over on the Lead Tracker E channel. That's where we talk about exactly what it says. Miracles that have to do with tracking, ways that might be small to large, just ways that you know through divine orchestration or divine intervention that God's hand played a part in whatever the story is at that time.
And it's things that God uses, and people, things that people come to your life, or something that you met someone that day, or like we're talking about tracking the entire day of how this encounter happened, how this blessing happened, how you're still here because of what happened. But it's also what we listen to, like if you set the alarm and it didn't go off,
or it went off when it. We had that happen when it wasn't set. It went off because something was going on that was dangerous. Those are examples of small things that were important.
And we have to listen to those things, and we share what we do and how we do it, and from a sack, that will blow in front of the vehicle, that actually means slow down, relax, and all. There's been a lot of times like that. But that's Tracking Miracles and Encounters. That's on the Lead Tracker E page, group page, YouTube page, which is this one here at Lead Tracker E 1476.
Also on there, we have a playlist called The Basics, and on this channel too. And if you just want to know the gist of the most crucial, efficient way to know exactly what we're about and what we're teaching, start with that playlist, so you don't have to go through a bunch, and then you can work your way over time through the others if you like.
Yeah, but I thought it was funny because I had these napkins, and I was like, just a few minutes ago, and I was wanting to do something with them, and so I was like, what are these napkins for? And I stuck it in my pocket. 5 minutes later, I just felt something, and I just tapped it up.
Now you know why I carry big bandana.
Oh yeah. Where we at?
The yellow, Standing Feather Stories.
Yep, there we go. Oh yeah.
In my mind, I see that photo as yellow. Standing Feather Stories. That's also a playlist on actually both pages, and we'll be adding to it over time. And it's Jerry's stories as lead horse Choctaw, and different events over time that are behind the scenes events that weren't covered in mass media. So really, really interesting. He was the last man standing at Standing Rock, and it's just fascinating listening. There's somebody asking what time.
Tracker meetings are every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone.
We're for the most part, we try to have any program that we do, any presentation that we do, at 7 o'clock. It seems to be the best time.
Yeah, but all tracker meetings are Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. Hasn't changed. We're going to use that.
I think we're starting about this one right now.
If they're talking about tonight, we've already started. It's at 7 p.m. Pretty much every time we're going to do something, it's going to be at 7 p.m.
Yeah, it seems to work out the best.
People are off work or getting home and relaxing a little bit.
Had time to eat.
Yeah.
And still
And
have
that
time to get to bed in time.
Also works for us too.
Right, right.
We don't want to be out too late. By 9, 10, we like to have everything done. Okay. So that is Standing Feather Stories. We're getting, all of them's been interesting, but the more you learn about what happened, where we went to get the information that we're presenting. I don't have a book in front of me. You should have a book in front of me.
I'll go grab one.
No. Normally we have one right here.
They're already doing it on the desk.
But anyway, we're getting to some more interesting things that happened to where, and there's a lot of stories that we're going to talk about in the Standing Feather Stories about me being in jail. Yeah. And a lot of the stories start off with, okay, this one time I was in jail, I was because of this, because of that. But it's all for standing, protecting the environment, protecting the water, protecting land, stopping nuclear power plants from being developed on waterways. We've done that, protected.
All that means protecting people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everybody.
All those are for the, not just for the sake of that, but also for protecting people.
Yeah, everybody, really. Let's see. Also, if you'd like to become a Patreon member to help the channel out, or through CASHAPP or PayPal. But also now we have the super chat and the super thanks, which is, we're going to put that up also. That helps also. It just helps us keep going on what we're doing until something that's in a development right now. But that's going to be at least a year before we can really get into what we need to do. And by then we may even have shorter sessions and lessons, because we may actually be branching out to where we have the other trackers do a lot of training other people in their areas. And we just do have support or give a little bit more information for them. But we want to branch out and get bigger and bigger. As far as trackers, not as far as a channel or subscribers. But
we're just talking about more effective in teaching people what's in their areas and how to take care of their areas.
And if you were here last night, you understand that all of our trackers have a different intelligence. Like this configuration last night, one of our trackers had it broke down pretty much in about 10 seconds. Yeah. And then the other trackers are like,
right behind.
They all knew exactly what everything was, the numbers. It was something to watch. The description, PayPal, everything is in the description below. Also, that this is a tracker channel. It's not an open forum channel. Here we try to hold down the conversations, and we know who's who. We may not know you, but we know the mentality behind the comments. And we know if you've been with us for a while, because the protocols of this is that we're giving lessons or instructions. This is for trackers, and the people and the viewers are getting to listen to what we're talking about. But this is designed for the tracking team and the trackers from the past also. Sorry. The trackers from the past, from when we started branching out and getting more trackers and training more people, they're still out there. And if you don't have, we'll get to all that tonight. So we do have monitors. Now monitors, we don't expect any outside problems, but like last night we had one, and that was dealt with pretty quickly. We want to see that again. If there's anything out of the ordinary, get rid of them, block them, and remember how to do that. But besides that, all that's out of the way. We want to have a good time. We will do the comments in the beginning, sometimes in the middle, like we may do some tonight. And at the very end, we do the comments and see if there's any questions that are related to the topic. If it's not related to the topic, we don't want to talk about it. It may be a question on, we may be talking about, like we talk about tracking. Maybe we're talking about the baseline or, certain things. And somebody wants to talk about frequencies. We got other streams for that if you look in the other videos. So the questions that are related to the topic will get answered. And again, we're here to have a good time and just share information that we want you to have. So let's get to the good part, the fun part. I'm saying hello to everybody and seeing who's all here. That's our best thing because we like to say
And it
hello.
was short notice too, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, this is all short notice.
This should be a fairly short evening.
Mm-hmm.
Cube is here. Hello. Tracker Lorna is here. We're getting more and more people, so we're just going to go through real quick and not read individual greetings. Tracker Lorna.
War Chief is here.
War Chief. Truth Walker.
Truth Walker.
Wedge.
Hey, Wedge. All right. Lyrical Jazzy is
Lyrical
here.
Jazzy. Yeah.
Everybody's saying hello to each other. We like that. Everybody.
And Holly.
Yes, right there. Holly and Jazzy. That's a team. Can't break that team up.
Oh, thank you for putting those links in.
We
appreciate that.
Everybody's saying hello. There we go. Lead Tracker E on YouTube. Good job. This is the book. The link for the book. Oh, wow. Patreon.
Judith is here.
Judith.
Good to see you, Judith, from Canada.
Hey, Judith. How you doing?
Been?
All right. Oh, and Lyrical Jazzy saying, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very
Bernice,
much.
Tracker B is here.
Where's Tracker B? There's Tracker B.
She's got something she's going to be reporting soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody saying hi to B.
Bob's here.
There's Judith. Bob. That's 2 times in a row, Bob. There's something going on. All right.
She says Bob is early. You know we gotta mess with you.
Yeah, we gotta mess with you. And there's Judith saying hello to everyone. Happy to be here with Lee and Jerry. All right. And there's Bob again. Good evening, trackers and friends. All right.
Okay, we got it.
Okay.
That's it.
So tonight we're talking about the protocol for the field reporters, and we've been building this up for a little while, and we don't want anyone putting your numbers in the chat. We're just going to discuss on what we need from the field reporters. So
we're trying to keep the field reporter numbers anonymous.
Yeah.
So if you've already blasted your number out, or if anybody else has, you may want to pick a different number when it comes time.
Yeah. And it's the reason we're doing it like that is we just need some quick, because there's a couple, there's quite a few field reporters. So we need to, and that's why we're doing this protocol. So we're going through a list of what we need from you in the quickest way that we can, because you may have 2 or 3 encounters, you may have 5, especially researchers who are researching for like years and years and years, or like our trackers who know what they're looking for. Every time they go out, there's something that they pick up or that they can report on.
Heavy areas.
Yeah. And so we're going to go ahead and start.
But we're trying to keep you anonymous, even if you don't think that you care. We've seen people catch trouble.
Yeah, catch trouble.
And become unsafe because there's weirdos out there. So we would like to keep you anonymous as your field reporter number. We basically just want to know what's going on in your area. So it really doesn't matter who any of us are that are reporting, so much as what's going on in that area. Is there activity, and is there price, and how much activity, that kind of thing. But that's what we're setting out right now.
And
protocol.
And we'll give examples also in just a moment. So the first thing we're going to ask every time we have uh, a field report, um, you know, everyone's going to have their number. It could be your favorite number, whatever number you want. Also, don't put that number in the chat. Send it to us through a private email or a private chat on here, or to our email or to our messenger. And you have to be someone we know or someone who can vouch for you. There's too many people that say, well, let me be a field reporter, which don't even go out. Those are the people behind the computer. I mean, we're going to get to a few other things to help us out, but we want people who's going to be being observant,
responsible,
and of course, if we know you, we know you are.
And just take it seriously. Our purpose in this is to find out which areas are the most dangerous right now.
And you also won't be giving us a location.
Not a specific location.
Because we know who you are or where you're at. So that doesn't even need to be talked about. Now, if you go out of state or something like that, you can let us know that this is not in your area. We're talking about in your area, your surrounding areas, not just your front yard, not just your town, or not just the city, but we're looking at everything around that city.
We don't want any identifying information to you.
Yeah, but we know if you have a tracker number, we know where you're at and what you're doing. Yeah. So the first thing, like if we say field reporter 22, and we don't have the list of who's what. We've already got numbers already, so you would say and you would either come on to the stream, because we can link this to you, and we'll put the link every time in the comments, so that you can either link in with a different name, or you could even come in as your number. I mean, it would show up as 4836. On, don't type your name in for the thing. This time when you come in, just type on 42 or 36, whatever. And you would say field reporter 36. And we do have a list here. We was going to write it down a little bit better, but we had a few other things to do today. So the first question is active or inactive. So you would say field reporter 23 active. Now, if you say field reporter 23 non-active, then we will just go on to the next person.
Just to make it run very quick. Efficiently. Yeah. Active, not active. Not active, okay, next reporter.
Now, if you're in an active area, we want to know about abnormalities. Now, the abnormalities we're looking for and they can start from your front door or your back door. Is there a new blind? Is there a new tree break? After that storm, even if it's a light, small storm, you may have that tree break, because they will try to use that storm to build a blind. So those are the abnormalities we want to know about from your house. Look around. Any abnormalities, any new shadows, any new tree breaks, any new bows. When you go to the store from your house, now when you go to the store, we want to know, is there any new tree breaks along the highway? Are there any new roadkill that's just right over that hill, right where someone will hit it or swerve? About those road ambush areas. We want to know if there's new roadkill.
A lot of skid marks in certain areas.
Yeah, skid marks. Those kind of things of, the discoloration of the road, like Lee Tracker is saying, the skid marks, ruts in the road. Sometimes you're going to find those ruts in the road, or where cars go down.
You're looking for patterns.
Carla Hipkins is here. Carla
And
Hipkins.
Stephen Hanshaw, welcome.
Oh, Stephen
Stephen
Hanshaw.
Hanshaw.
Okay. And Carla, we're glad you're here. We was hoping you'd be here for this. And also, so the abnormalities are the trees. We want to know what the bushes, anything different around your house. Go into the store.
Pull downs, bows, tree line skirting.
Yeah, all those. But also look across the road from your house. We want to know about that also. That's a prime predator observation area across the road. People expect them by them, but they'll be across the road watching you, or they'll use your property to watch the neighbors.
Some of the blinds and pull downs may be high in the tree, so look for those too. Don't just only look at eye level. Look down low and look up high in the trees.
Pets. Get that.
Are there any missing pets in the area? Are there any missing people in the area? Are you seeing an uptick in the signs on the telephone poles?
I'm going down the list here.
Okay.
So when we're talking about the pets, we want to know if there's any missing pets. Any missing pets in your city? Any missing pets in your around park areas?
Or livestock.
Those could be, or livestock. It could be missing squirrels. It could be missing skunks. It could be missing armadillos. Look at your wildlife around you also, but see if there's missing pets in your area. If there are, look in those areas for bows, for breaks, blinds. The animals in the area. We want to know about the animals in the area. Are deer coming into your yard? Are ducks flying into your yard?
And if they are, why? Are you feeding them, or what's drawing them to your yard, or what's pushing them to your yard?
Deer have all the mountain to run and roam and do everything. They should not be in your yard. They should not be near your lights, near your homes. If that is happening, there's a predator out there that's hunting them, and they're trying to stay as close as they can to you.
Or you or someone nearby is feeding them and drawing them to you, which is going to draw predators to your area. So that's also a concern.
Small animals, small predators draw bigger predators. We showed a video one night of a rabbit coming through, and then a fox came through, and then a dog come through, all on the same trail. So we want to know about the animals in the area. If you got deer in your city, deer only come into the city, even in the ancient times when there was a predator chasing them or something horrific is coming.
Keeping them from being further away from them.
Next thing we want to know, the birds, the ravens, the crows. What birds are in your area? Are they blue jays? Are they robins? Let us know. Those little yellow chickadees, whatever. Chickadees. Let us know what kind of wildlife you have, and also, is there a decline in all of this? Are you now not seeing the yellow little birds? Now you're seeing woodpeckers, and woodpeckers are predator birds, and they will eat those little chick birds, and all birds, from the biggest to the smallest, will hunt each other. If you have a whippoorwill in your area, and all the ancient history that when you hear a whippoorwill, that's a Bigfoot. Whippoorwills don't, especially if there's just one, you're not going to have that. They lay eggs, and they lay more than one whippoorwill. So when you hear whippoorwills, pay attention to it. Are there missing people in your area? You can also use this as the internet.
Check over that real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
These are ways to help if you cannot get out of the house. for some reason, or while you're in the house, you can still come up with a report. Some people have police scanners. You can search the internet, the newspaper, the word on the street of, just talking to your neighbors, or the media. You can look out your windows and see shadow areas and blinds and things like that. You can talk to people on the phone or in chats, and you know what's going on right around in your yard. Even if you can't get out of the house, you can look out the windows and see any changes. Maybe you can zoom in with your phone to get further out, take pictures of wood lines, or if you see pull downs, pay attention to it. You can do all that without leaving your home if there's some reason that you can't. Should we go from that into town? Like when you're going into town, the areas yet? Or
No. So after the missing people, we want to know where these these active areas are. We want to know if they're at city dumps, and most places, if you have a city dump, you have activity. And if you are where you get to drive in and dump it yourself, if you're doing it, look around, because you're going to see bows, you're going to see structures there, because that is
such a draw.
Yeah, free food for them every day. Every dump will have these things, and you're even going to smell these sour ones that are eating in these dumps and laying in these dumps. And if you ever smelled the landfill dump and then put that smell to a Bigfoot, it's going to match, because it's a rancid, it's just an awful smell. It's just like the city dump. So we want to know where these active areas are, and for example, dumpsters, food dumpsters, behind Walmart, behind Wendy's, behind Burger King,
behind hotels.
Behind hotels.
Wherever there's a dumpster that food is going to go into.
We also want to know, is this activity at parks, city parks, isolated road stops, isolated camping areas, swimming areas, fishing areas, boating areas.
Any recreation areas where there's a lot of noise, a lot of high-pitched voices, where people are cooking, a lot of activity, that's going to draw their interest.
And like we're also saying, just your drive to the store, is there activity on the highway? Is there activity around a corner? Where are those skid marks? Is it 10 miles from your house, 5 miles from your house?
Look for changes.
And like we said, if you're saying it's 10 miles from our present location, we know the general area already. So we don't have to give locations or anything. Just let us know the distance and things like that. Restaurants, hotels, like she's saying, high active areas, ballparks,
play areas,
daycares, city parks, walking tracks. Let us have some information of where this activity is happening. Also, I just wanted to also say that if you have photos and videos, some of you may catch some Bigfoots, because they're pretty much everywhere. If you use a GoPro in your car, more likely, or if you have a rear view, and you can buy those little car cameras, dashboard cameras. We have a lot of people who would tell you, if I had one of those dashboard cameras, I would have had one, because it crossed in front of the highway, in front of us.
And very close.
And if you've been doing this for a while, you see something go by on the highway, and it's not a bear, because being a tracker, But if you had that camera at that time, and that's what we use also. We haven't had anything cross in front of us besides the
We just
the
didn't,
traps.
you don't have it on all the time. It's only got like an hour's worth.
Yeah.
So we just didn't even put it on, and we just got right down the road. It was a hog, and there was some deer. And
I mean, just waiting at those trap areas. I mean, if we would have had that GoPro on that last
it would
one,
have been a great.
I mean, we almost stopped right in front of that hog, and we just went on. But you would have had a close up of seeing how close and how these traps and where they. But we expected it because we knew coming over that hill, that's a great spot for a trapper. Coming over that hill, just as soon as we come over, that hog was shot out there. And just a little bit up, going up the other one, 2 deer was shot out. But we had expected it.
If you're just new to this and you're still learning what to look for, take a picture of your wood line around your yard. Take a picture of your trees and then just watch and take a picture a week later or 2 weeks later if you're not just literally out there walking around. But the pictures are good because you can compare those later for changes so that you'll notice if something's starting to be woven in. And you'll get an eye for it. You'll get to where you can just recognize it like, just almost instantly. If you're at an event, you should always, even if you go somewhere, still try to be mindful of watching the wood lines at these wedding venues. And a lot of times they're in a woodland setting kind of thing. Without drawing attention to yourself, you can still watch. You can still notice the areas of concern that are just the same as they would be at your home. You're going to look for the shadow areas, the dark areas, where people are parking, where kids are playing, wherever it's noisiest, wherever the food is out. Those are going to be the same draw areas, whether you're at a public event or you're at home. Anywhere that there's blind spots, overgrowth, shadows, noise attracts predators, and I think we talked about that already, especially high-pitched voices of children and women, or when people get to drinking and partying, they tend to get higher pitched, and those are all draws for the predator Bigfoot. People mean food. People are going to have food. When people get together, they're going to have food, and when they have, and if they don't have food, they can still be food to a predator. So just be aware of that. Know that.
When you're camping, don't be talking real loud.
Cook away from Cook away from where you sleep.
Yeah.
Have 2 camps. One camp where you're noisy and do your eating that's in a more public place, and then if you want to have your sleeping camp, put it away from the food and
even with any predator, a wolf or a cougar, bear, you don't want to smell like sleeping food.
Right.
You don't want to smell like a good meal that's caught sleeping.
Yeah, you just want to decrease your odds of a situation. Lyrical Jazzy says, plus there are small critters that also like the dump to scavenge. They are free living food for predator. Exactly right. Yeah.
Also, if you have photos or video, there is a present button below. It should be on your screen also. Bob, if you are still here, if you might want to come on and quickly talk about the present button and how you put your extra camera on, then we can add that. That's how we do that. When they use their present button, it shows up as an extra window for us, and then we click onto that one, and then their screens show up.
So you can present your own photos.
Yeah.
So everyone can present their own photos.
Yeah.
Trucker B wants to know, should she keep the same number? Yes. And I'll double check and make sure. I'll get a hold of you before then. We'll get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Make sure we're still thinking the same number.
But also, we don't want to know who you are.
Yeah.
So
we want to try to keep it anonymous as possible.
Yeah.
For your safety.
We know where you're at. So don't be putting any numbers in here, like we said in the beginning, and also
Right.
this is just us letting you know what we need.
We want to keep it is because we intend for this to grow. The number of people that are giving field reports will get larger, and so we need to have it efficient from the beginning, just so everybody's doing the same thing. Active, not active. If you're not active, just go ahead and that's it. That's the end of your report. Is that it's not active, no new activity, and then. If active, then you give the details, and those are the basics of who, what, where, and when. Just the facts, ma'am. Remember that quote from I can't remember the name of the show. So
Something
remember
about
just the facts, ma'am.
Cops or something.
Yeah. Truth Walker says she's having to go lay down dealing with a migraine. I'll watch replay later. No problem.
Okay.
We'll talk to you soon. Get you feeling better. Anyway, that's all we need is the basics. We don't want to go too long, just in case somebody's trying to get in with a report that's of big concern, or we just wanted to go smooth and quick. We know your time's valuable, our time's valuable.
I want to put something up real fast.
Okay. Bob says he will be in as soon as he gets the laptop started. We kind of threw that on him.
Yeah.
So we'll just show that real quick when Bob gets in here, just show you how to do that if that's something that you want to do on the field report night, which is Wednesday night, the day after tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time.
This will be our first one.
It will be our first field report check-in. And we will do these, we plan to do these once a month. So over a month, there's going to be something going on in every area. And even if okay, Tracker Lorna. Please give us just a second, please.
Oh, let me get the link in here too.
We're getting one picture. So if you want to give a field report in your area, something's going on in your area, and you want a field report number, contact us at the email address.
If we know you, or if someone can vouch for you, so we have to know you're legit.
Yeah, we don't want any
that's your link. I put in the
troublemakers or people trying to confuse people.
Yeah, we know you're factual. So there's the link for you, Bob, whenever you're ready to show everyone how to use the present button, and then we'll because they can put the present up button up there, but we also have to add it to the stream. So
also, if there's been a big storm in your area, those extreme weather conditions, those are important too, because we know that these things travel in storms and they work in storms, they hunt in storms. That's all important to know. If there's forest fires in your area, that's important.
Yeah, they'll be moving also some, but most will go underground.
Yeah, drownings. If there's any drownings in your area, we need to know that.
Missing people, drownings, yeah.
Animal attacks. If you hear a bear, a pig, a dog, alligator attack, just keep an eye on that story, because it may not always be those animals. And we have seen where they will blame dogs and take dogs that literally do not have any of the contents in their stomach that they were blamed
or the bite radius
for eating. Yeah, but they'll be blamed because they're the scapegoat in the cover story. So pay attention to any animal attack stories in your area, and also homeless areas anywhere. Keep an eye on places like abandoned buildings. We don't want you going and poking around in them. We just, you can
be observant.
Drive by and look. Yeah, situational awareness. Notice changes. Anywhere that a homeless or an addict or a runaway or somebody that just wants to isolate themselves for some reason is going to be a vulnerable area. It's going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Bridges, pay attention to bridges, natural bridges and man-made bridges can be ambush areas.
And we don't want anybody to put yourself in any kind of danger. So,
No.
you can even talk to someone that you know in another town, maybe your cousin or brother or somebody. They may have information on missing people in that area also. So, just be cautious of what you do and who you talk to,
Right.
if you do talk to people. So, we're going to, like here, this is not the actual paper that we're using. This is just a mock one, a real quick one, just to show you that you'll have your number. A lot of people already have their number. So send us, what, 2 or 3?
Numbers.
Yeah.
Well, we see your 3 top choices in order of
Yeah.
preference, and if we can accommodate you, we will. But if we can't by 3 choices, we're just going to give you a number.
Yeah, but we'll let you
available.
know which number
Yeah.
is open. So you'll have your number.
We won't call the numbers in order just because we don't like patterns.
Yeah, yeah. And this is also, I just wrote this real quickly. Your field reporter number, active or non-active. And if you do have activity, the date and time of that activity, and you may have more than one. So, but give us this report, then give us the next one, then give us the next one, give us the next one. And also, if you have one that is active right now, I mean, like it just happened and there's missing people and the odds, everything is wrong, especially if it's during that report time that we're going to have you back. We want to know more information, but we're just going to do this report first, and then we'll set up a time to get with you. And it'll be quick. It'll be either that evening or right after the stream.
If it's a crisis
If it's a crisis of some sort, we can help in any other way. Or maybe we got trackers in the area that can help out, that we know and trust, and that we trust you. After the date and time, we want to know the abnormalities, the trees, the bows, the blind. What's different? We want to know that. Then we want to know about the pets. We want to know if you have missing pets or your friends, family. Are there flyers in the area that have missing pets? Also, the deer, the animals. We want to know about them. We want to know if you had a whole tree full of squirrels and now there's no squirrels. We want to know if you used to have rabbits or deer or hog in your area.
Are they
snakes?
Missing or clustering?
Yeah. A lot of people used to have snakes. If you got Bigfoot in your area, you're not going to have any snakes. That's just a piece of meat for them that's just walking or crawling by. We want to know about the birds in your area, the crows, the ravens. Do you have the small bird seed eaters, or do you have the predator birds, the ravens, the owls? We want to know about the birds in your area because it's all connected. We want to know. Also, missing people, TV, flyers, people, family members, or
Facebook posts.
Facebook posts. We need to know. And that's why we need people in other areas so that they get the information too. Oh, you've got missing people in your area. Even if you don't know it, we're going to hear from someone else. It's, oh yeah, there's missing people over there.
A lot of times they'll cover up the story in that area, but you'll get more news about, like Wisconsin might hear more about Texas than Texas hears about Texas.
Yeah. I remember I was in New York area, and I was reporting on the earthquakes to people in California, and they're saying, well, nobody told us. It wasn't on the internet or the local news. But when they Googled it and found it, they've been having a lot of activity. But we weren't getting the information of what's happening in our area, but they were. So you're going to hear information like this.
If you notice sections of the park suddenly closed off, that's something to note.
Yeah, something to note. And
or certain sections of walking trails suddenly they've got no entry.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that.
After the missing people, like we said, you can look at flyers, internet, TV, and things like that. But do the work. Then we want to know about the ambush areas. Where did this happen? Where did these missing people happen? Where did this drowning happen? What lake? Um, what bridge?
And usually when you hear a story like that, there will be related stories that will pull up and say another one in a nearby area, or so a lot of times that pattern's already there for you. You find the first story.
And also go ahead and start looking in the past for missing people in your area and see, because some of these creatures are daily and some of these creatures are seasonal. So they do make their rounds, they do come back to check on that food supply. You may have a missing person 5 years ago. Now you have a missing person another 5 years ago, and another person 5 years ago, another. That's a seasonal that's coming through, taking at least one from this town, from that town, from this town, from that town. They're going over here, going over there, going over there, over there. Also, the photos and the present button. We're going to have Bob come on in just a minute when he gets ready to show everyone how to do that and explain that real quick. We're not going to try to be on here for too long, but we want you to know how to use that. So you don't have to send us photos and videos. You can use the present button and do that also. But also, this is only for the field reporters, not for the trackers. The trackers, we want to see some of those photos beforehand, just to see if we can find anything else that might be in there.
While we wait for Bob, I'm going to read these last few messages.
Okay.
Lyrical Jazzy says, we've had thunderstorms on and off today. Been honking the alarm button on Dad's keys. Wonderful.
All right. And if you notice, listen when you're doing that, because that storm's going to go away. If it's Bigfoots, now a regular storm's going to still keep coming. You hear that thunder and lightning, you're going to see the lightning, you're going to see the thunder, you're going to, but if you're using that horn and that lightning, that thunder and lightning sound is going around you, those are Bigfoots in your area. Now, you're doing that in that area, that next town is going to get hit. Nobody's doing it in that next town. That's the one that you're going to hear of tornadoes, big winds tearing up.
Strategic.
Yeah, houses being destroyed, missing people. Because you're doing that, they don't want to be exposed, so they're going to go around.
These people are awake.
They're going to the next town.
Bernice says, my kids are also taking reports at work and the elderly who live near our area. Good.
And also,
Bernice always has enough just for her own interview when she comes in. She's in a highly active area.
You can also consolidate those reports with yours, or if they wanted their own field number and wanted to help out that way too, they could also have one.
Judith says, hey guys, me too. I'm going to have to go because my break is over. I have to go to work. God bless you, all of you. God bless you too, Judith. We're glad
Judith,
you could make it.
Yeah. Have a great day, Judith.
Lyrical Jazzy says, my mom took 3 pages of notes, although she already knows the stuff. And I look at her notes and find out that the pen didn't work this whole time. LOL, she's over here laughing. Next time you give her a pencil.
Yeah. Actually, what you can do is get you a pencil and shade over it.
Yeah, you'll just have like a film negative. You have a reverse.
And you'll see everything.
There you go. That's a good idea. And it'll be fun.
And it'd be like, that's actually a code.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or if you buy that invisible ink and then get a light and do that, it'll look just like a piece of paper.
That is funny.
We probably take a lot of notes like that.
Well, even just the act of writing it got it in her brain.
Yeah.
Even though she already knew it too, but it reinforces it just to write something. So whether she can read it again or not, she's still the act of writing. So.
Carla Hipkins
says, I pull up missing person locations and check for rivers, creeks, drainage ditches, forested areas, railroads, and highways. Excellent.
Oh, good. And if you have any waterfall areas.
Yeah.
Look for the missing people in the waterfalls. It's listed as the #1 area for missing people. If everyone listens to that.
Generally a cave system
And
there
it's
somewhere.
noisy. There's cave systems, correct?
A lot of distracted people.
Yeah. And most people are trying to get a secluded area like
Yeah.
that.
And people would just blame it on drowning. Joyce says, just got here. Hello, everyone. Hey, Joyce. We're actually just wrapping up, but it's something that you can go back and watch. But glad to see you. Always glad to see you. This is just, we're laying out the protocol for field reports. And the actual field reports will be on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We're going to try to do this once a month. And for sure, I know that Joyce has field reports too. She also knows what she's looking at. Lyrical Jazzy said, my mom said the same thing, Ella. The active writing will help her remember. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Everybody's glad Joyce is here. And
glad
Bob, are you still waiting for your laptop to? So we can let everybody go. We're at an hour here.
Okay.
We could also have just briefly explained it at the very beginning on Wednesday.
Okay.
Give them just a couple more minutes. Okay, Bob, we're going to give you.
Yo, but Bob on the time, you got 3 seconds and 43, 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
We're going to give Bob just a couple more minutes, and then and it would be probably just a couple minute demonstration that he would show, and then we'll let everybody go.
But there is a present button, and it should be on your stream also. You would click that, and it'll come up in our what we call the background or the green room. Hey, this is the green room, and that's a good color on the wall there. But and then when it was your turn to give the report, we would click on it, and it would bring up the screen.
If you had photos.
With your you probably have both of us, like us up here, you there, and then the rest of the screen would be your present button.
And you would be sure that when y'all check in, that you're checking in as your anonymous number, not as yourselves, and we do that for safety. Bernice says Cam talked to a co-worker. He told her his grandmother seen a Bigfoot in the 1950s. She said people were making fun of him. She had to stand up for him. She told him, I believe you. Good. And really, that's another way just to get your reports is talk to people. So what if they think you're crazy? Or like wear the shirts that have, I had a shirt on, a Boggy Creek shirt the other day, and went into the grocery store, and there was a clerk there that was so excited that somebody around there would not look at him like he was crazy when he said that he had experiences and activity in the area. He was so glad to know somebody else was in the area. So just wearing a shirt or a cup or bumpers or something like that also will open up conversations. But, always be careful where and when you're talking to somebody.
Here's another one.
Carla says, did you hear about bodies washing up in Lady Bird Lake, Texas? 13 or so. No, we did not.
No, sure haven't. And if they did autopsies, there would be no blood in them.
Yeah, they for sure need to do autopsy and find out.
Puncture wounds, bruising.
Bernice says, my mom and her friends are trackers. Good. And Joyce says, we'll definitely go back and watch 7 o'clock Eastern or Central Time. Central Time.
Yeah, it's supposed to be always at 7.
Yeah.
Central Time zone.
Yeah, we'll try our best to keep it at 7.
She's
she's 2 hours ahead.
And Joyce, we're talking about field reporters and their numbers. And this is for anyone who would like to share information on their areas. well, not meaning you, but other people who would like to participate and help us with this, you would send us a number through an email
meaning
or a
you
message. Yeah, you also. But
it just means we know you already know that. Yeah. We don't know where Bob is, so it could be he got kicked out or something. We'll just send him a private message and let him know. Would that work?
Yeah, I guess. But we can. That's also something we can take care of later.
Yeah, because we're already at an hour.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and sign off. We're gonna have our closing prayer. We're gonna sign off, and then.
Yeah, and then we'll just message
Bob.
Bob.
There's Bob.
There's Bob.
Okay.
He heard us. Okay,
Bob
give me just a second.
So we're gonna welcome
This is
Bob
Bob's
here.
pattern. Hey, Bob.
Yeah. Bob's like, I'm gonna wait till they're just about to sign off and say, "Hey, how y'all doing?"
Is he muted?
Well, we gotta add him on.
Can you hear us, Bob? Oh no.
Okay, so we're gonna ask Bob to explain the present budding. And we'll give you a quick example. And this is how you would send photos or a video. Well, you wouldn't send it; you would have it with you, and you would
but
show
how you
it.
can present it to everyone.
Yeah, so that we won't have to be backed up on photos and videos. So we're gonna welcome Bob here and have him explain a little bit.
Real quick, Wedge says local hardware and feed stores are good to find out about missing livestock and increase in predation. Good, thank you. Had not even thought about that.
Yeah, a lot of.
Thank you, Wedge. Great idea.
Yeah, thank you, Wedge.
We're gonna write that down.
Okay, let's.
Every town's got the liar's table too, where where all the old codgers sit and talk at the local store or restaurant or cafe, and
it says
those
you're
stories
on.
get shared.
Let me try this one over here too. No, we can. I want. Oh, Bob will be back in just a second. He was on this computer, but he wasn't on this one. There we go. Let's see if we can get him. He's back.
We're trying, Bob.
Let's try this. Hey, there we go. Can you hear us, Bob?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, good. We hear you. All right.
I can hear you.
We're good. Will you show everybody, or give a little quick tutorial on?
Yeah, hang on, I'll just get a picture up. All right.
I don't know if we asked you, Bob, but we want to ask you if you might want to be a mod also for the channel. Help us take out some riffraff.
Yeah, I guess if you give everybody a hammer, then everything's a nail after that.
If they want to present themselves as a nail.
Yeah. I've seen other live streams like that. Almost everybody in the room was a moderator, so
Yeah, we don't care. We'll do it.
no troll stands a chance.
No.
Yeah.
So the first thing they do when they come in, Bob, is how do they show their picture? Are you getting it up there yet?
Yeah, I think it's for a video.
Yeah, and just Trying to get this. I got a bunch of stuff open. So it's, okay. What I did before with this, I think I had to, like where I'm at right now, I think I had to log out and then come back in to present. I'll just check if people are familiar with StreamYard. On the bottom, it's mute, stop cam settings, and then there's a little screen that says present. And that's what you click on, present. So I'll try that, because I remember when we did it before, I think I had to shut this screen off that I'm on now, and then I came back in the present mode. So we'll just try it here. Okay, share screen. It says slides, and then there's video file. I'll just click share screen, see what happens. Okay, let's see, share screen.
And this also should be at the bottom of your, let me take that back out. Bottom of your page is the unmute, the start cam, settings, present, invite, and leave studio. So that'll be at the bottom of your page. The present button, what Bob was talking about.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. I think he went out, but he's going to be right back.
So he has to put present when he's joining the room.
I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't done it from that end.
From that end, for that we could do it from this end, and that would be with a big video file. We would go to that same present button, click on it, and it'll say slides, extra camera, and video file, and share screen.
But we don't know if it looks the same for us as it does for you. Yeah, it says screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors, so you would log in on your laptop and your phone, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why he had to get back out.
And there's also let's see what it is on slides. We have no slides. Now, when you hit the present button, if you went to the video file, which when you push that present button, which is at the very bottom, probably about right there at the bottom further down. I know you can hit the
Now they wouldn't see
video
that
file
unless they follow the link to get in, right? Not on YouTube. Like if they just
it would
log
be
into
different
YouTube,
from that
they would
side.
have to follow the link to get into StreamYard to get into the present section.
Yeah, and we're not trying to make this complicated.
No,
We're just,
and we've done it ourselves. Just get it on our phone and just put it right up to the screen. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard. Sometimes there's a glare and it's hard for people to see.
I'm not very
I think we
close
should
to
maybe
this.
give Bob a break. He's having trouble.
But what we can do is work with somebody to, well, when he gets it figured out, we can have like a test
Okay.
live stream so he can show us, and then we can come back and show everybody.
Yeah.
From that end, we don't know that end. We can do it from this end, but not from we don't. And we do have some people who has done this before also.
Is Night Stars in here?
No, I haven't seen that stuff.
She's done it too.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is again.
There's Bob. Let's see.
Bernice too. You're welcome to be a mod if you like.
Yeah.
We can't do it on this screen right now. We have to find you a different way because right now our only option is blocking, not adding the mod. Okay, Bob.
Yeah, we'll try it again here. Okay. So it tells me that my browser has blocked the screen. It says click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access and then reload.
We could do this.
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
Yeah. We're gonna have the tracker check-in.
The
Tracker field report on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. Do you think you can come back then and do this again?
A quick tutorial in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, actually, hang on.
Notice
I have that screen open now. You probably just see me in the. There's another. Do you see another thing open in the background?
Yep, just now. Just showed up. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I remember when we did this before in the tracker meeting, I think I had to sign out of the page I'm on now and then come in on the next one.
Okay.
So I'll try and I'm going to remove myself from the feed right now. So I'll try and bring me in on the next one, on the other thing that's in Backstage.
Okay. You're not back there yet.
Do we have to remove them from the first one?
Do you want us to? Ladybird Lake, Texas, 13 or so.
Well, we've lost Bob again.
And we're kind of wondering, is that 13 missing people, or is that like a party or something of that something happened? If you could find a little bit more information out about that, it's because we hate
is that an area that the hurricane affected?
And we kind of hate, I don't know, but I also would hate to find out that there was 13 missing people that nobody knew about, or that many people in that area.
I think we just need to let it go with Bob.
Okay, we're going to do that. Bob, we're going to come back with you. And our first field report reporters will be Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. So if you do want to help with this, and we know you or someone can vouch for you, make sure you get us a number. Send at least 3 so we can make sure that you get at least 1. And we'll be back. We'll be back on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone for the field report. Trackers, we have a tracker meeting tomorrow, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone.
Okay. And then the field report is the next night, Wednesday night, same time, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. So we'll say a prayer real quick so we can let everybody get back to what they were doing. Thank you, Lord, for all these people. Just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for all the ways that you protect and provide for us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Okay, everyone have a good night, and we will see y'all.
And Bob, we thank you. We'll get with you, and we'll try again on Wednesday evening.
Yep. And we'll see everyone Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. Trackers, we will see y'all tomorrow 7 p.m. Central Time Zone for the regular tracker meeting. Of course, we've got a lot to catch up with.
Yeah.
So
and thank you to everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome to anyone new.
Yeah, and have a good night, Warriors.
And hit like on your way out.
Yep.
Make sure your sub and your alerts are on.
Have a good night, Warriors.
so beautiful.
The wings moving.
So weird. The effect's not quite the same on film. So we're on our way in a snowstorm to go try to find someone who's lost in the woods. You'll say a prayer.